Hello, everybody. This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations once again. And Scott and I had a full day of kind of thrifting and antiquing. Our local, no, Tippy, never work with cats. Um, the local Old Mill Antique Mall was having their 40th anniversary sale. So we went over there this morning and we entered the giveaway thing. We won't know if we won anything until they contact us, but we just put our names in the little thing they roll around and pull a name. And we got a few things there, and I will show you. The first thing I picked up was this. Hang on, here comes Scott. Oh, there's my spare sock. I was wondering where it was. It must have been inside of something of Greg's. But anyway, I picked up this little pattern. It's a vintage pattern. Copyright, maybe? I don't know. It's by Simplicity Pattern Company, 200 Madison Avenue. I don't see a date on it, but its original price was 35 cents. I paid $4 less a discount because all of the booths still had their discounts going. And this is for an 8-inch doll. And I think that's what my little baby doll is from my childhood. So I was thinking I might make her up a couple little outfits and different like themes, like for the season or whatever. Let me see if I can find the coasters. We're having coffee.
It's quite good.
So $4 less a discount. I think it's anywhere from 20 to 40 or 50%. I don't remember. I don't have the receipt here. Sorry. But anyway, hi Pam. I thought it was a really cute little pattern for the dollies, and it even includes the little hat, a bonnet and coat over here. So I got that, and I found this So News time-saving tips from the So News magazine, which I don't think So News is still around, is it? So I'm going to read through this. It looks interesting.
It's so gone.
This was $5, and then I think I got half off of this, so like $2.50 for the book. And we got a couple cookbooks. This is the American Woman's Cookbook here, and I forgot to turn the autofocus off. I think this one said it's 1940 something.
Next page.
1942, 1930, 1942 was this one. So, and we love these vintage cookbooks better than the rest. Any of the newer cookbooks, this one's got a little damage on the edge I didn't see before, but it's like really old. So there's a recipe in here for potted pigeons or pigeon pie. I can't kill a pigeon. I'm sorry. If it was up to me to kill animals to eat, there wouldn't be any meat on our table.
Oh,
bonus.
Something stuck in there.
Handwritten recipe. Starts with 2 squares of unsweetened chocolate.
Well, you know this is going to be good. It started with chocolate.
And a cup of sugar. 2 tablespoons of butter. And it's kind of funny. It was tucked in next to poultry.
Well, on the back side.
Oh.
What is this? Desserts?
Oh, I don't know.
Sour cream tarts.
So we'll stick that back there.
That sounds good.
That does sound good. That one's from the 1940s too.
It is. We're in pastries. Creamed brains.
And Susan. Hi, Susan. I know Beth's on right now, so I figure there won't be too many people popping in, but we wanted to share our haul. So
You know that's going to be a good cookbook.
it could be fun to just scan it. This is called the Searchlight Recipe Book. Searchlight by Household Magazine. Would they say this is the 20th edition, 1946. It's marked $2 when we got it. The cookbooks were half off, so we got this one for $1. And yeah, prune cookies, honey. I'm gonna have fun looking through here. Oh, I wonder if these will have those pickles my grandmother used to make. It's got the piccalilli recipe in here.
What's the date on that?
And then we got a book on bookshelves and cabinets. And we got it for next to nothing, too.
1996.
So that's a Sunset publication. I think you pick those up at like Lowe's.
Yeah, Lowe's, places like that have.
So cool. I'll look through this and see if they've got what I want as far as fabric storage. But I'd really like to get my fabric where I could see it. And then the last thing we picked up at the antique mall, let Scott tell you about.
I've been looking for a little box to put a homemade 1930s style radio in. I found this little
cedar box.
It's from the Lane Cedar Chest Company. And seems to be fairly well made. I think I'll use it.
And
what was the value of this?
They took the sticker off to make sure the vendor got the credit. That has a locking mechanism, but we don't have the key.
It would probably be pretty easy to get a key. Looks like it takes just a regular little skeleton key. Lane Cedar Chest, the Economy Furniture Company, Leesville, South Carolina. Well,
that's where you work. Yeah. I'm going to show what we picked up last.
I'll have to ask the locals
where the Lane
factory
used to be. It'd be funny if it was in the same building. And then I picked up another one of these cotton knit dresses, and he charged me that it was a nightgown because I told him that's what I was going to use it for. I found that this cotton stretchy knit is really comfortable to sleep in. The only thing that might get weird is it has pockets in it. But so he charged me, instead of $6.50 for a dress, he charged me $2.25 for a nightgown. And I wouldn't leave the house wearing this because it looks too much like skin tone. And I hate seeing people in things that look kind of like skin tone because it looks like they're naked walking around. And so
we've seen a lot today.
We have seen a lot. So this needs the thing cut off from it, and I'll throw it in the wash. So that's that. And
modesty is not as common as it used to be.
No, I got these 2 bins, $1.99 each. So I can separate the colors out of my paint. I'm trying to get it down to where I have like the blues are all in one, greens in one, reds in one, yellow in one. So I got these 2, and if I can find 2 more that are similar to this, that would be great. But this is all I saw at that Goodwill. But I think those are from the dollar store for $1.25. So I might just pick up 2 from the dollar store. Those just seem sturdier. Then the only other thrift store we stopped at was another Goodwill. And I got yarn because, it's yarn. And I got 3 of this Mainstays, which is Walmart's acrylic yarn. $2.99 a skein, and I got 3 in this kind of variegated blacks, grays, and white. And then I got 1 skein in the larger skein of white from Mainstay. These were all $2.99. And I'm thinking this would make a really pretty Afghan. And I got 2 in the black. So put them all together, and I could make a black and white Afghan. Like that.
That one's got some gray in it.
Yeah.
That'd be real nice.
I like that. So those are those.
You talk about this?
Yes, I just talked about it while you were sitting right there.
Must have been thinking about something else.
I don't know. You're probably thinking on the radio project.
Probably wasn't paying attention.
And we went to Tractor Supply, and I decided to do an experiment. So I got one orange flavored suet, peanut butter, which this is their favorite suet. This one and the woodpecker, they usually go straight through, but I figure I'm going to do this experiment. And then I got one in the bird lover suet. And they all have a little bit of different mixture of the things that are in it. And I have 3 suet cake holders. So I'll need to make note about which one gets which one. And those were like $1.70 something. And then I got a bag of corn chips because I was a little snacky. And then they told me you have a $5 reward. So all 3 suet cakes plus the chips were $2.35.
Why are you misbehaving?
Because we're live on the internet. And then Scott desperately needs new shorts to sleep in. And we keep looking for shorts. But he's got because of his dry skin, he needs a specific feel to the fabric, you know. And we finally found some at Target, which we never go in Target.
I like nice cottons and cotton blends.
So we got him some Rad Dad shorts.
Don't tell.
They were $16 a pair. And I told him, I said, if we can't find something in here, I'll take you to Joann's and we'll find some knit fabric and I'll just make you some. And then he got some in kind of this tealy blue. So we need to take all the labels off these and that dress and throw them in the laundry. And I think that's all we thrifted, isn't it? I think so.
I believe that's it.
That's it. So it wasn't a ton.
It felt like we've had more.
Yeah. But I guess it's because we just went to so many different places. And we drove out in the middle of the boonies, it seemed, to go to a barbecue place. And then it wasn't a barbecue place. They were advertising a barbecue that the Boy Scouts were setting up down there. So we went to this other barbecue place and it was, we probably won't go there again. They put sugar in the macaroni and cheese, for crying out loud. We could taste it. I didn't eat very much of what I put on my plate. I felt kind of bad, but their spoons made it almost impossible to put out just a little dab because, you know, they want you to feed up. Is somebody on the porch? Did you put her out there?
Yeah, put her out there.
Let's see. Susan says she has one of those lane chests. My mother said they give those away when you bought a couch, etc. But back when I was a baby, I am 69. Kathy Whitney's here. Hi, Becky and Scott, Susan and Pam. And then they're saying hi back to Kathy. Had to pick up furring boards for the shed roof. Ooh, sounds like work. I'll have to watch from the beginning when you're done. Yep. Yeah, I know. What the hell, sugar? Oh, and it was the weirdest macaroni and cheese I think I've ever had in my life. It was like the macaroni was on the bottom, and then they just piled the cheese on top. They didn't stir them together, so it was like you had a separate layer of cheese.
So my mother's macaroni and cheese is the gold standard as far as I'm concerned. Becky makes that exact recipe, and it's just wonderful.
I could share that recipe in the description box after this. It's on our food blog.
It's more than one type of cheese.
If you want to. She just puts New York cheddar in hers.
Yeah.
But I have put, if I didn't have quite enough cheddar, I've put Monterey Jack or, whatever I had. You can mix up your cheeses. You don't have to put just cheddar in macaroni and cheese.
Milk in it too.
It's evaporated milk, not just milk. It's the evaporated milk.
So this turns out nice and creamy. Oh, just delicious.
And the banana pudding, I got just a tiny little bit because I wanted to taste it. And it was just mostly pudding with like one slice of banana and no vanilla wafers.
The fried chicken livers were good.
Yeah, Scott loved the fried chicken livers.
And the stewed apples were good.
They were okay. They weren't the same as
I
mine.
wasn't blown away by the hash rice and the barbecue.
No, I wasn't either.
There's people there feeding up now.
Yeah, they were feeding up. They all look like they might have some sugar problems.
They look like they might feed up in there regularly.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So,
Not
not
judging.
judging. Just
Just saying.
saying.
Just my observation.
Just peeking at this book real quick. So
let's just say I felt rather svelte.
yeah. I finally got some Ozempic, and because they can't get Mounjaro in the drugstore, it's on back order for they don't know how long. The problem is people are using it as a dieting aid, and it's people that don't even need to be on it. Now, if you're obsessively obese and this is a tool that will help you lose weight, yes, please do for your own health. But if you're already thin and in shape for the most part, and you have only 10 or 20 pounds, do it. Just do it. You don't need this medication. I think it's being overly prescribed for weight loss, and the diabetics of the world need it to save their lives. And that's how my brain works. I could be wrong.
I like the Ozempic better than the Mounjaro anyway. It seems to have less side effects.
So let's hope it doesn't. I know Ozempic is what Robin takes too. Cool beans. Well, we got new books to play with and look at. Look, it tells you how to measure and mark. And then Scott's icebox puddings. He's looking in the bad chapter right now. But you know what? I told him that these old vintage cookbooks, people were healthier back then. I think more than anything that's killing us is the prepared foods. I think everybody needs to get back to learning to cook from raw materials. And I think everybody'd be a whole lot healthier.
Well, sounds delicious. Pears with tapioca.
My Uncle Paul loved tapioca pudding. Called it fish eyes.
It's fig pudding. Lots of pies. Oh, they got a mincemeat pie here.
Susan says she loves the chicken livers too, but she's not managed to make them herself. We've tried. I think the real key to it is you need to put them on paper towels and let them drain and get nice and dry.
What's that?
Chicken livers.
Oh, yeah. They'll explode and pop and make a huge mess. Well, they have a mincemeat recipe in here. It uses the beef and veal. Looks delicious.
Oh, I do remember the movie Super Size It. He was in almost complete organ failure after that doing that movie. I mean, he was in really bad shape. If you've never watched Super Size Me and you want a really eye-opening event, watch it because it'll make you never want to go to McDonald's again. Well,
both of my sets of grandparents farmed, and we spent a lot of time with our grandparents, and I was intimately acquainted, even as a child, with where food comes from, and it was real food. It wasn't anything came out of a can or out of a box. And there was every time we were over there, something was going on with preparing food. Somebody was shelling peas or
weeding in the garden,
shucking corn, weeding the garden, picking strawberries, something going on, or canning foods. It was real food.
Give me just a sec, and I'll pop the link in for my mother-in-law's macaroni and cheese. Oh.
My paternal grandparents used to have a little smokehouse. They'd smoke some hams. God, they smelled good. looks like we got a storm moving in.
Yeah, we do. Greg's at it used to be my blog would be the first thing to come
I
up.
think you can go up in the little squares up there and pick up your blog.
Right here?
Yeah, I think
Oh my
blogspot's in
gosh.
there. Is it not?
I don't think so.
Really? I can't believe that's not in there.
Now this is somebody else using not of us. It's life for us. I know what it needs. If I can get the stupid thing to hold up.
That says the life for us
No.
in
Don't
your
tell
search. There we go.
This is what I typed in. lifeforus.blogspot.com.
My phone.
Here we are. Let me see if it's, I can't remember if I have it on the blog.
I think it's in your recipe blog.
Macaroni. Happy New Year.
Howard, thank you for visiting us.
I can't see you guys right now, so bear with me a minute. I think Scott's right. I think it's in the
Food blog.
over here. Recipe favorites from Life for Us. That's it. Oh my God, let her in.
Well, you know, she could have died out there.
There's a storm coming. All right, I found it.
Awesome.
Copy, and now I got to get back to you guys. Wherever you are, where are you? There you are. Okay, so this is my mother-in-law's recipe. And once you get on the blog, you can see all of the other recipes I have on there for anybody that's interested. I know that some folks have already tried that and say that that's now their go-to recipe. I'll tell you some of the other ones. There's some blueberry muffins recipe that I use. How I make hot dog chili is on there. Dexter's in blueberry muffins.
Is Mother's fruitcake on there?
Chicken noodle soup, chow chow, Irish scallop tuna casserole that my grandmother made.
The green tomato chow chow's awesome.
Pineapple cheese ball that my mother-in-law made. My mother-in-law's shrimp Creole recipes on there. And the perfect brownies are on there.
Or the Fluffo brownies.
That's them.
Oh, those
are the best brownies. Just don't overcook them. If you let them bake too long, where they pull away from the side too much, then they're dry.
Don't turn them into charcoal briquettes.
Yes. Let's see.
That's what I liked about those livers today at that place, is they didn't fry them to the point they were like charcoal briquettes.
Well, I'm telling you, this medication has helped us so much because our blood sugar is down within the normal range now.
I'm down 204 pounds.
I know. I'm down to almost 189.
My driver's license says 245.
Your driver's license, really? When does your
That was when I was working for Bose.
Oh my gosh, when does yours expire?
On my birthday.
Oh my God.
2025, I think.
Next year. So you'll have to go in and let them take a new picture of you so it looks like you.
I'll show them how fat I was.
Oh, don't. You're not supposed to show your license.
I'll cover up the
pertinent
stuff.
Susan says her son-in-law is in kidney failure and dialysis.
Let's see if I can cover all.
You pudgy man.
It says 245.
That was when you were out of a job, I think. Doesn't that go over there?
I think you're right. I think that's when I was not working.
You weren't working and were depressed. Oh,
That's
Susan's got to go get the phone.
2015. That was right before I went to change jobs and
Yeah.
went to work for Abbott.
No.
No. I was working for WebTech.
Yeah. I don't. We've had so many job changes that I don't remember them all.
There have
Let's
been
see.
places I've worked in madness.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to show you guys what's happened to me. Remember how I told you that Stitch is a yarn hungry beast? Well, didn't have enough to finish with this, so I pulled out some chocolate, and then I added some more vanilla back, and then I've got this, and I don't have enough of this to do even another row.
Ooh, that would make a nice hat, that Stitch.
You think so? Feel it, though. It might make your head too hot. What I was thinking, it would make a really nice thing to pop up. The band?
Yeah.
I thought that would make a cool band. Make a narrow strip like that wide.
Dick's hat band.
And then I thought it would make a cool collar too.
That's what Julia's saying. He's tight as Dick's hat band. Anybody ever heard that? Tight as Dick's hat band?
Nope.
No.
I've not heard that one. I pulled it.
That's Juliaism.
Juliaism. So I think that's all we have, unless you guys, Scott, that looks good on you.
Thank you.
How do you crochet so fast? Seriously. Well, this is only 10 stitches across. And you're doing 3 single crochet rows, and then you do this other stitch over those 3. So this doesn't take long. And I'm just doing the strips. And I'm having a blast with it. And if you guys hadn't seen Joyce's, you need to look in Aunt Beck's Creations and see the ones that Joyce has done, because they're really pretty. Very, very adorable. Nice pastel-y colors. We all say, who is Dick?
Well, I don't know, but his hat band's tight.
And Susan says, here they say back when Buck was a calf, but no one knows who Buck is. Oh, let me tell you something I saw at Tractor Supply that I thought was so cute. It was a little windmill, and on the back of it, it had a cow. And then as it would spin, the cow's head would go up and down. I'm so intrigued with that and too excited. Sorry. Thanks, Joyce.
It was a good day, but I'm kind of peopled out.
Yeah, we're about peopled out. So we love y'all, but I think we're going to go now.
It's hot enough to where it's shorts season.
Yeah.
And
some young people need to know that shorts are shorts, not underwear.
Here's a tip. If you're a big person, don't try to shove yourself in them
Size 12s?
The size 12s, because it just makes you look like you got something on that's too tight. You'd look a whole lot better with something that's loose fitting. Just saying.
Just saying.
Don't be mad at me.
All right, guys, we're going to say goodnight. Bye. Dog is pacing, driving me mad.